Я думаю, что мое личное мнение, я бы Хамзату посоветовал бы, чтобы он в стойке дрался с ним. Прикинь, если я делал бы, я бы посоветовал бы по-другому.
Да?
Вот чисто по боксу пустых, Хамзат лучше. Вот чисто по боксу.
Khabib, a name synonymous with dominance on the mat, surprised a lot of fans when he didn't push the usual wrestle approach for Khamzat. Instead, he gave advice that raised eyebrows. Focus on the hands. According to Khabib, Khamzat's boxing is more controlled and precise than Dricus' chaotic looping punches. While Dricus tends to swing wildly, often throwing punches from unorthodox angles, Khabib believes that kind of striking drains energy fast and opens up dangerous moments if you're not careful. He warned that standing still and letting those awkward strikes come too close could be a fatal mistake, not because they're technically perfect, but because they're unpredictable. It's not about landing the cleaner shot. It's about not getting caught by something that comes out of nowhere. That's why Khabib didn't urge Khamzat to go full grappler mode. Instead, he advised calm, technical pressure, and smart boxing. If Khamzat can stay patient, he could break Dricus without ever going to the ground. But that wasn't the whole story, because other fighters have a very different read on what it'll take to win.
Not bad, but I still think Dricus gets it. I think just late finish, late finish. Khamzat would, I think Khamzat will, if he wins, it's the first 2 rounds, or the first round. But Dricus is just...
Israel Adesanya has shared the octagon with Dricus Du Plessis, and his takeaway was crystal clear. If this fight goes long, it's Dricus who walks away with the win. While most fighters and fans tend to focus on Khamzat's explosive start, Adesanya is looking at what happens after the storm dies down. He acknowledged that Khamzat comes out like a wrecking ball, aggressive, fast, and dangerous in the opening minutes, but that intensity comes with a cost. And if the early finish doesn't happen, things get ugly fast. Adesanya didn't write off Khamzat's chances. In fact, he respects the aggression and sees how quickly Khamzat can take over a fight. But when it comes to a drawn-out war, he believes Dricus holds the edge, not because he's technically better, but because he refuses to fade. According to Adesanya, Dricus doesn't just survive as the rounds wear on. He evolves. Even when he looks tired, even when his form seems sloppy, he finds ways to stay dangerous. And in a 5-round fight, that's a nightmare to deal with. Adesanya put it plainly. Khamzat's only real path to victory is early. If he doesn't get the job done in the first or second round, Dricus will take over slowly, chaotically, and violently. But Adesanya isn't the only one raising red flags about cardio. Others in the MMA world are seeing the same warning signs, and the split in opinion is getting louder.
I know you've been asked a million times about like the Khamzat and Dricus fight, but now that we do have a date, like a location, all that kind of stuff, maybe you can talk about it in more real terms since we know when and where it's happening.
Yeah, it's August, and where is it?
Chicago.
Oh,
August 16th.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So apparently Khamzat
Yeah.
can fight in the US.
Yeah, now Trump is in office.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we talked about it before. Do you still feel Khamzat has the advantage there?
No, I think Dricus is gonna. I think Dricus will win. Yeah. I don't think Khamzat is gonna get him out of there early. And Dricus is a motherfucker, man. He keeps going. And every round, though it doesn't really look better, he looks better. His technique, he gets better every round. And I see Dricus like finishing him in the late rounds, like 4th round, 5th round, maybe, with a lot of volume. I see Khamzat maybe taking him down in the 1st, 2nd round, getting to his back, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I think Dricus has a good shot.
As the fight draws closer, a surprising number of coaches and former fighters are siding with Du Plessis, not because they doubt Khamzat's skill, but because they've seen what happens when fights go long. Tim Welch, known for his strategic eye, pointed to something deeper than technique mentality. According to him, Khamzat often relies on his explosiveness to break opponents early, but when that doesn't work, cracks begin to show. Dricus, on the other hand, stays calm and consistent, even in chaos, and in a 5-round war, that composure could shift everything. Brendan Schaub echoed those thoughts, warning that the early rounds are do or die for Khamzat. If he doesn't finish the job fast, Dricus will start taking over. The South African's size and durability might be a bigger problem than people expect, especially when Khamzat's trademark pace begins to fade. Schaub sees the fight as a battle of momentum. Khamzat dominates early, but Dricus builds late. And once that shift begins, it's hard to stop. Even Robert Whittaker, one of the most respected minds in the division, isn't convinced that Khamzat can control this fight from start to finish. He expects Khamzat to shoot early, drag it to the mat, and try to impose control. But if Dricus survives those first few minutes, that's where things get dangerous. Whittaker doesn't just see Dricus as durable, he sees him as a fighter who gets better the longer he stays in the fire. And that sentiment keeps repeating. If this turns into a late-round grind, it's Dricus who has the edge. That's it for today's breakdown. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more fight coverage, analysis, and insider takes. Got a prediction for Khamzat versus Dricus? Drop it in the comments below. We'd love to hear your take. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.